Hey guys, welcome back to Om Art Techno channel. In the previous video, we're gonna cover the drawing face with front and side view. And this video, we're gonna cover drawing faces with three corner view. So let's begin. Start with the drawing circle. This one is going to be a little tricky, but it's also the most fun and most rewarding one to draw. For me personally. Okay, now drawing the vertical line that goes through the center of your circle. Imagine this line is the axis. The head revolves on this axis. Left, right, up, down. Draw the brow line perpendicular to the axis. When the head moves to the left, you can see here middle line is more and more curved. To accurately draw that curve, split this section into three from center of your circle. Same to this side. Okay, now go on the axis and split the top and bottom up in your circle into third. So we can draw the side plane. The top third will mark the top of our side plane and bottom third marks the bottom. For a head into three corner view, the side plane will look like an oval. The more the head turns to the side, the wider more circular side plane will appear. It kind of spans across half of the sphere. Draw a vertical airline. Make sure it's parallel to the axis. And each quadrant is fairly equal in size. We already have a brow line. Draw the hairline parallel to the brow line. Draw the nose line also parallel to the brow. Make sure spacing is equal in each section. Parallel to the axis, draw the middle line down to form front of this face. Make sure space between hair, brow and nose is equal. And then drawing the chin line by measuring the space between brow and nose and bring it down here. Let's draw the far side of his face by connecting the spear and chin. The jawline is barely visible from this angle. Draw this side of his jawline by extending the airline down an angle towards the chin. This next step is optional, but it helps a lot with sectioning. So we start drawing the features, it's less intimidating. I am just drawing the curve from chin to the center of the side plane. Just shading this in to clearly define the side of the head. The front of his neck can be drawn right under the chin. Where the nose line and cranium is intersect, draw the back of his neck. Mark your line for the eyes, which is about third of way down from brow to nose. Then drawing the lip line closer to the nose than the chin. Let's draw his ear between brow and nose. It's centered back like so. The steps are similar to previous head we draw. Now for rest of his features. To make this process easier, you can draw or imagine the skull and planes of the face. If you can't visualize that quite yet, practice drawing them until it come natural to you. It's important to not just think about your saying from your viewpoint, to also consider the side you can't see. Can you visualize the shape of eyebrows and where exactly you will draw them? Let's go ahead and draw them. Drawing the side of his face. I'm gonna stop here now because I like to draw this part after mouth has been drawn. It is pretty difficult to draw the nose at this angle without using any guideline, so working out the simple blocky 3D nose really helps. Try your best at balancing on the middle line. To draw the base of his nose, start at the center for the middle line and nose line intersect and draw towards the tip. Then draw the side of his nose, wrapping around your planar guidelines. And then drawing the nostril in between. In this angle, far side of his neck is still visible but much less so. To draw his eyes from the nose wing going up, this marks the inner corner of his eye. For his mouth, let's draw it along the line we created earlier. Except this time, instead of centering his lip on the middle line, we're gonna move it a bit to the left so his mouth doesn't look flat. Let's finishing drawing side of his face. Just follow the construction lines. Let's draw his hair, starting at the middle of the forehead. Go to the side, down towards the eyebrow. Sit down toward the ear. Go almost straight down to form his sideward and then wrap up, disappearing behind the ear. And then give his hair some volume. At the very back of the head, angular your stroke inward, so his head doesn't look like a ball. And there we'll have another completed face. Let's draw another head facing the upper right. For angle like this, where the both middle line and brow line are rotated off center, it will be easier to spare using different method. It starts with the cross, which marks the front of his face. Since we want him the face upper right, draw the cross in the upper right of your sphere. The middle line and brow line are always perpendicular to each other. Make sure coordinates of your cross is fairly equal. Draw your axis going center of your circle, making sure it's parallel to the middle line. Now draw your brow line as an ellipse, making sure it's passing through the cross. Double check your ellipse is well balanced at the center of the sphere. Do the same thing for middle line. Since the head is looking up, tilt your ellipse in a way that will expose more of the bottom portion of his head. The head is tilted up so much that we can actually see the point at which the axis and middle line intersect, the very bottom of the ball, the southernmost point. This is the important, and I tell you why in a moment. Extend the middle line down, making it parallel to the axis. Draw the side plane creating an oval that is well balanced along the brow line. The space between brow and southernmost point of the ball, the midway point, give approximately location of the nose line. Now you take the measurement from brow to nose and get the chin line. Make sure each feature is parallel to the brow line. Draw the side plane creating an oval that is well balancing along the brow line. We're gonna through following tips many times before, so I'm gonna fast forward through them. The trickiest thing about this pose is nose and mouth, so those only be the features that I'm narrating. The nose is tricky to draw here, so make it easier. First think about what the planar version look like in this angle. When we tilt the nose up, the tip will be higher and we'll see more of the bottom. We know the nose is balancing along the middle line, so start your stroke there and draw towards the tip. Tip of his nose at this angle is higher position, so we'll angle up. At this angle, instead of drawing his mouth centered on the middle line, which makes the face look like flat, the center should be moved forward to show that the mouth sticks out of the face. When we are done, double check all these features are parallel to each other. We can draw any number of poses in this method.